All right, today we coming to you with another episode of the Wisecrack, and we taking it down south to Louisiana and Mississippi, the border of Louisiana and Mississippi to be exact. I got Shelton Miller with us. So what's good, man?
None much, man. Doing good. Doing real good.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna be mindful of your time, and I appreciate you for joining us to give us some little insight on windshield repair and your journey. So I know you've been doing it for a minute, but let's get back to when you first got started. I know before you got started, you were considering other opportunities. So can you name a couple of other entrepreneur opportunities you thought about before you got started with windshield repair?
Well, I was in the auto glass business before, and I did cable before. So I kind of fell into auto glass.
Okay.
And then seeing the potential and just, seeing the customer base and the repeat business, it's like, wow, this is a golden opportunity. And that's kind of how I fell into it, just falling into it, really.
Okay. So being already somewhat in the industry, you saw the opportunity in repairs and that you could, I guess like everybody, low overhead, high return. So you
Yes.
decided to stick with it.
Yes, and just get better at my craft and get better at talking to customers and your whole game and how you work it. And, that you'll never master it. There's always something to get better at that.
Right. Yeah, now that's the thing, man. When it comes to windshield repair, you got to always get better. As far as you like trying to I always tell people, if you can't sell it, you can't do it. So you got to have great communication skills, and you got to know how to communicate with people, and always try to get better. Once you get complacent, it's always, it can be something to come with it. You can be complacent, like, oh, it's working, but what if you got better and you could get even more customers from it? So
Yes.
that's
And it's not
always good
the
to hear a
repair.
person that's a work in progress, man.
It is a work in progress, and you always got to think like that. And it's not just the repair side; it's the customer side too. Talking, getting better at that, and selling them, and letting people know what you do.
Gotcha. So when it comes to windshield repair, is this like a full-time job, part-time job, or like a side hustle for you?
So currently it is my part-time. I'm currently kind of working part-time, trying to do this full-time. I'm still driving a forklift. I got out of auto glass, my main job, so I can pursue this. But I'm going to ramp it up and get it to where it is full-time, probably by the summer.
Well, there you go, man. I always tell people, man, a horrible winter makes for a good spring and summer for us. So we rooting for you, man, to hope you can get rid of the one job and make this full-time. And I know you're an inspiration for a lot of people who are trying to do the same thing as you. So it's really courageous to tell your story and watch your journey. I see you online on all the Facebook groups, and you always telling your story. And you always advertising and promoting, and trying to get information and trying to also give information. So with that being said, I know you've been at it for a while in the auto glass industry and not just doing the repair side of it. If you could give any advice to a person getting started in the industry, what would it be?
Take it slow. Learning from somebody versus a book or a YouTube video is going to help you tremendously. I know I had the benefit of already doing this before I went on my own. So the training and just reading about, just business, because you are starting a business. So it's not just doing repairs. It's also running the business. And if you can do one, but you can't do the other, it's not good. So you got to work on both. And I feel there's a lot missing in that department, and I am struggling and still working.
Right.
Because I've got repair down, or I've got a lot of it down, still a lot to learn. But man, I'm still like this in the building my business and, marketing.
Right.
And that, that's what I need to work on. And I'm slowly but surely every day.
Yeah. Now it's a marathon, man. It's not it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. So like you say, learning the different parts of business. Getting the business set up, getting the marketing set up, getting the repair set up. It's a lot of pieces to the puzzle, but it's good to hear that you're going at it. And I think that's great advice for anyone starting out. You know what I mean? Just understand you got to crawl before you walk and take those baby steps and, create a checklist of things that you need to do. We got a great checklist on our website that helps people like give you step by step of like different things to consider. But just know also your journey is a one-of-one journey. So whatever way and route you want to go, that's for you, so you got to always get back to the point of knowing like, okay, I got to do what works for me. Because at the end of the day, I'm all I got.
What works for you and what works in your area. It might not, we live in, it's a big world,
Yeah.
and you just got to learn your customer base and what your customers are willing to pay for or not pay for. And
Right.
you you're filling a need. There is a need for this,
Mm-hmm.
and you gotta get out there, and they gotta know who you are and what you do.
That's right. So yeah. So speaking on that, customers and audiences that you cater to, I saw recently you were at a farmer's market. So give me some insight on how that went down and how'd you go about securing the location?
So for me, goes back to talking local Facebook groups.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to get people knowing what you do, because they got chips,
Mm-hmm.
and they just don't know. And if you make a good impression,
Mm-hmm.
they'll speak up highly for you in these local Facebook groups.
Mm-hmm.
And I found a local farmers market, and one thing about this business is you got to be creative. And I was like, well, I've done flea markets before,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been successful with that. Let's try a farmers market.
Right.
These people are in the same mindset that they're going to spend money,
Right.
and then all it is just selling what you do.
Right.
At that.
Now that makes sense, man. A closed mouth don't get fed. So we always try to tell people that a closed mouth don't get fed. But also, if you educate someone, especially when it comes to windshield repair, we can't make the assumption that people know what windshield repair is. So it's our job to educate them. And in most cases, when we educate people on the benefits of windshield repair and how it's going to benefit them, save them time, money, and all those type things, they ultimately choose to get their windshield repaired. So just always, for anyone new starting out, or even if you're a seasoned veteran, just remember, stick to the basics, educate people, they'll sell themselves. And that's good to hear that the farmer's market worked out for you. So when you were there, about how many repairs did you do, or how did it go in the weekend that you were there?
I've done it about 3 times. Here's the funny thing is you put your signs up.
Mm-hmm.
I do a tent location. I also have a car wash. I'm trying all kind of different stuff.
Right.
And you'll get jobs there, but also people will be calling you, and then you get mobile jobs. So like, for example, Saturday, I only did 4 repairs at the car wash. I mean, not the car wash, at the farmer's market.
Right.
But then I also got a mobile job off of that.
Okay.
So as soon as I got done packing up, I went and did that mobile job.
Mm-hmm.
Those signs, they're out. Those yard signs, everything,
Mm-hmm.
they're getting you jobs. And even people aren't there looking, they're writing down your number. I see people taking pictures.
Mm-hmm.
If they do get a chip, they're going to call you.
Right. Well, that's not bad. A weekend, 5 repairs, starting out part-time, not bad at all. It's money in this, with the national average being $65 per rock chip. So it's good money in windshield repair, but it's always signage so people know you, because if they don't know you and don't know the services you offer, they don't know how to reach you or what you really do. So signage is key. What's your Instagram or social media handle so people can check you out, so they can see some of your signs and see the videos you post online?
So currently I just have Facebook, because I find that Facebook just really works for me.
Okay.
And it's Fix It Fast Auto Glass Repair.
Okay.
That's the name of my company and my business, and we're on Facebook. And I got some videos and some pictures.
Okay.
And I also got a podcast. It's the Windshield Repair Podcast, and I'm on Spotify.
Okay. Well, appreciate all that info, man, and be mindful of your time. And ask you one last question. Do you do any other services other than windshield repair?
Currently, no, because I'm looking into the headlight restoration, but I really just want to get this a solid foundation, get some fleets. I'm just really just trying to get this to where it is. But I do see with this business selling wiper blades. There's just things you can get creative.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've talked about air fresheners, like just these little things that can just, your customers need them, and you're there. You're servicing a need. Wiper blades, that was from my time at SafeLight.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how like this little service you can add on. They need them. They're going to need them.
Right.
You're there. Sell them to them. You're doing the windshield repair. Get them a nice set of blades.
Right.
With their new repair,
Yeah.
Put them on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how I look at it. When it comes to doing windshield repair, you can always add other things on to generate more revenue. That's the goal, to generate more revenue. But also the goal is to generate revenue and not take away from your existing business. So like windshield repair, headlight restoration, they're a perfect combination, because you're not taking away from anything. And to your point with the wiper blades, hey, you repair the windshield, they could get some new wiper blades and you install them for them. So they're saving time, they're saving money, they got the convenience, and it's not taking away from you doing the windshield repair. So anytime you're looking to generate more revenues, there are always a lot of things to do. It's a ton of information online when it comes to finding stuff like that that works for you. But you got to get back to you and figure out what works for you and your personality, your business model, and figure it out for you.
That's very important, Corey. I feel like you got to really think like, where am I at? What's my location? What are the driving habits of these people? what's the traffic like? Where's the road work? You got to figure out what's going on to help you generate your business and keep it going.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
because these chips people are getting them every day. It's really about how you go about getting known.
Yeah, it's all about getting known, getting found, having that presence, but also always leaving that first impression and educating people. And I see that you're well on your way, brother, and I wish you nothing but the best from trying to get from part-time to full-time with this. As always, we're a resource for you for any and everything that you may well need. And I'd be extremely mindful of your time. And before we get out of here, anything else you want to say before we leave? Or
That's it, my man. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's
Oh,
an
no
honor.
problem. Appreciate you for your time, brother, and good talking to you.
All right. Thank you.